Imagine Peter Parker, in full sad boy mode, moping in his basement over Mary Jane, lost in his own world when he stumbles on a hidden door. It's like the basement has a secret level. Behind it, boxes marked Parker. Feels like a bad spy thriller already, right? So Peter cracks open one of these boxes, and there's his childhood, frozen in photos and tapes. Little snapshots of life before it all went up in smoke. Pictures of his parents, Uncle Ben, Aunt May, even one of young Eddie Brock Jr. Yeah, the same Eddie. Turns out they were best buds once. Who knew, right? Fast forward, and Peter's watching this dusty old tape with Aunt May by his side. On screen, we've got young Peter, his parents, Ben, May, and Eddie Brock Sr. and Jr. hanging out. And get this, Peter's dad and Brock's dad were science buddies working on the Venom project. Think cure for cancer, but with a sci-fi twist, minus any backing from big corporations, because that's how it always goes, right? After the tape, Aunt May drops a bombshell. Not only were their parents working on this game-changing project, but they all died in the same plane crash. She encourages Peter to find Eddie, who's conveniently at Empire State University, which is like every superhero college ever. Peter shows up at ESU, expecting to see college life in all its chaotic glory. Instead, he gets Eddie, a bit older, a bit wiser, and a bit more grumpy. They hit it off over coffee, catching up on lost time, and Eddie drops some classic life advice. Forget Mary Jane. 5 years from now, you won't even remember her name. Ouch. Anyway, they get into the heavy stuff, like what our dads did before that fateful crash. Heavy. Eddie takes Peter to the Reed Richards Science Center and unveils this gooey, black substance in a beaker, the inheritance. It's a prototype, the Venom symbiote. Eddie explains that their dads cooked up a suit that could diagnose and treat illnesses, even cancer, by analyzing your DNA. The catch? It only works with Peter's dad's DNA. Peter's life just keeps getting better, huh? Peter's curiosity gets the best of him, and he goes full DIY mad scientist, sneaking back to the lab that night to test out this suit. Big mistake. A little goo latches onto him, and next thing you know, he's wrapped in a cocoon. He wakes up as a new Spidey. Black suit, stronger, faster, moodier. He goes out, fights crime, foils kidnappings, and schools shocker. With great power comes great attitude. But soon, things go sideways. The suit, like a bad roommate, starts amplifying Peter's anger, turning him into a violent mess. He almost kills a guy in a blind rage. Realizing this thing is more than just a fashion statement, Peter decides he's got to get rid of it. So he tosses it into a fire, thinking he's free. But Eddie's not letting it go. Turns out he had a backup symbiote in the lab. Classic Eddie, right? He dips his hand in, gets the power Peter rejected, and voila, Venom is born. From broken friendship to nightmare fuel, all in one messy night.